What's up, y'all? It's your guy J Red checking in once again. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Man, oh man, oh man, do we have some stuff to talk about today? I wish this would have came out last night because I was covering a lot of stuff on my show. But let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it multiple times, probably throughout this video. Jim Jones, and I love Jim Jones, but Jim Jones, please leave Pusha T alone. Leave him alone, bro. You do not want the smoke with Pusha T. Now, I am making this video in response to the diss record. That's right. There's a diss record out by the Clips, actually. No Malice. Well, I don't know. I think it's still Malice, right? Malice or no Malice, and Pusha T. Now, this takes aim at Jim Jones. I'm not sure if Malice's bars go at Jim Jones, but the Pusha T verse goes right at Jim Jones. And Jim Jones, boy, you had it coming. Now, I'm a fan of Jim Jones. I love Dipset. For those who are familiar with my channel, I love Dipset. Big Dipset fan. Big Jim Jones fan. However, Jim Jones does not want the smoke with Pusha T, not in no rap battle. Now, hopefully this stays on wax and it don't turn into the streets. But if you're talking about on wax, no. Bar for bar, Jim Jones lyrically cannot compete. He cannot compete with Pusha T. Now, he had it coming. This all started because Jim Jones so-called voiced his opinion about Pusha T not being one of the top rappers ever of all time. And this all came from after Drake brought out Dipset in Harlem at the Apollo. Ever since then, Jim Jones has been on Drake's nuts. And I hate to say it like that, but he has. Just Drake. So we made a video a few months ago talking about this stuff when it was transpiring. I was just like, damn, does he want a Drake feature? Like, why is he on? And because, of course, Pusha T ethered Drake years ago. He won that battle. Drake is still relevant, still selling a lot of records, but Pusha T demolished Drake in a rap battle. So I guess Jim Jones thought that going at Pusha will give him some type of, some type of feature with Drake. I don't know, but he's just been going out the way with Drake. So this started from Jim Jones saying that Pusha T didn't sell dope for real, all this. But y'all know the rundown of how it all started. But I'm saying Jim Jones had this coming. He had it coming. Now, let's look at the bars real quick because I'm not gonna play the video because I don't know if it's got copyright or whatever. But look at this. So the opening bars says you're running from the spirit of repossession. Now, I didn't know what he was talking about, but whoever this is right here, shout out to Zone 6 Danny. There's a Double XL magazine article saying Jim Jones house foreclosed, sold back to the bank for $100. Goodness gracious. Now, I had no idea that this happened. So if that's what Pusha T is referencing, good God. Now, let's look at some other bars because the whole verse, I thought it was just a few bars, but the whole verse really was about Pusha. It was about Jim Jones. All right, so look right here if you can really see it. It says, beware of my name. Beware of my name that there's delegate. I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces. I'll hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. So I didn't know if that was, I knew he said, but beware my name. He was referencing somebody calling out his name. I didn't know if that was Jim Jones all the way. But he said, you think it'd be valor amongst veterans. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in the room, but he's the elephant. You're chasing a feature out of your element. Woo! Then he continues. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Now, this is all going on right here as there's a video. The Clips are walking in some type of runway fashion show, and then you have Jay-Z and Beyonce of all people nodding their head to it. They just nodding their head. So I'm just like, damn, Jay-Z and them, they had to have known that this was a diss record towards him. Now, it wasn't an actual music video of them rapping, so maybe I have no idea, but Jim Jones and Jay-Z, Cameron, all them squashed their beef a few years ago, so that's interesting. But the part that stuck out to me the most was the feature part. You're chasing a feature out of your element. So that goes with the whole thing. We were all saying that Jim Jones wanted a Drake feature so bad. so bad that he's willing to talk shit about Pusha T. So this is my thing, man. I love Jim Jones, but man, in your response, you have to bring bars. Now, Jim Jones made a video on Instagram laughing at it, laughing it off. And it made me in the caption, he said something like, okay, you say my name Capo or whatever. You know, if you say my name, whatever. To me, that implies some street shit. Now, let me say this to Jim Jones, man. We do not want to hear no tough guy talk. That's not gonna work. We don't want to hear nothing about no street shit. That's not gonna work. We only want to hear bars. Now, of course, if I'm a betting man, my bet goes straight to Pusha T. I don't think Jim Jones is capable. He's a dope rapper, but he's not lyrically skilled to go bar for bar with Pusha T. Drake was barely skilled enough to do it, but Drake, he gave him a punch, but Pusha T gave him that knockout punch. Now, Jim Jones, listen, man, you better come with it if you're gonna come, because all the tough guy talk, we're not trying to hear that. We're trying to hear bars, because he just ethered you right here. It could be worse. Could this be another surgical summer? That's what I'm wondering, because it seemed like he treaded lightly hitting him, because he could have went all the way in, but he just gave him a little jab. Now, my thing is it's a lot of stuff he probably could get into. I don't know what it is, because Pusha T has the T. Ain't no I forgot. I mean, I don't even think I remember Jim Jones' house being foreclosed. But man, this could be a surgical summer. Something tells me there's more in the can. Jim Jones, tread lightly when you respond. I say Jim Jones should just leave it alone. You had your opinion. He responded to your opinion with bars. Now, if you want to continue to do interviews, you have all the right to do that. You can comment on this diss record or whatever, because the only thing you're going to say is Pusha T ain't got hit records, whatever, right? But in this situation, we want to hear bars. Let me know in the comment section if you feel like Jim Jones is capable of going bar for bar with Pusha T. Do you want to hear a Jim Jones diss record towards Pusha T? Because I don't. I just don't think that it's going to be good, man. And I'm just saying that honestly. Like, I like Jim Jones because of the shit he talks on records, but he makes good music to me, especially more recently. I've always been a fan of him since On My Way to Church came out. But in a battle rap, I've heard him take jabs at Jay-Z and stuff like that, but that's just not his realm. Pusha T demolished Drake, arguably the biggest hip-hop star of our time currently. He's the biggest hip-hop star, and he made him bow down. So what does Jim Jones think that he can do? You know, but like I said, hopefully they keep it on wax. Like I said, we're not trying to hear that tough guy talk. Jimmy, sit this one out, bro. You might want to just go ahead and sit this one out, because it could go deeper. There could be a surgical summer. And you remember this happened not last year, back in like 2018, when Drake and Pusha T were beefing. You remember it started on Pusha T's album, I think was released in May, then it went into the summer of June. It's ironic that he waited till the summer to come out with this, but it's interesting. It's interesting. And I think hip hop is real dull right now. So we need some excitement, but I don't think Jim Jones should go back and forth with Pusha T. Like I said, at your own risk, Jimmy, if you want to, go ahead and try. But Pusha T is going to demolish you, man. Those bars are lethal, and it could get worse. So let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about that diss track? Was it good? Was it bad? Make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/RezView. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at JAYR3D. All right, at JAYR3D. And then if you're feeling generous, make sure you donate to the Cashapp $JRed, $JRed. But anyway, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. I'm excited because I'm a hip hop fan. I love rap battles. But let me know what you think. This is JRed signing out.